Packers-Vikings ticket prices reflect game's importance. Minnesota's Metrodome was a house of horrors for the Green Bay Packers for many years. The Packers have an opportunity to get US Bank Stadium off to a better start. Granted, the Packers lost last year's first-ever regular season game in the Vikings' new venue, but visiting teams rarely have an edge when opening new stadiums. The Packers, 4-1, come off a big win in Dallas, while the Vikings, 2-2, play the Bears, 1-3, in Chicago on Monday night. Prices for the game have remained steady all season, hovering around $190 for the average lowest get-in price, although on Monday, tickets as low as $156 were available. As with Chicago on November 12, it's a game of opportunity for Packers fans because it is an easy drive from points in Wisconsin, to say nothing for Packers fans living in enemy territory. Justin Gundelich of Rochester, Minnesota, is holding out for a good price this week. Otherwise, he'll watch the game at the house of a friend who is a Vikings fan. "I almost bought a pair last week for $175 each, but decided to wait until after this weekend's action and see how the market shifts," he said. Being a Packers fan in Minnesota, Gundelich knows many Vikings season ticket holders, so he might get some offers at the last minute. A Bears victory Monday would probably help. He expects the Packers to be favored, but that doesn't make it a sure thing, given the Packers' injuries and it being a divisional road game. Unfortunately, if Minnesota wins Monday night, the game will technically be for the division lead, he said. "I think all of those factors are working against me as far as ticket prices go. Even if the Vikings lose, prices likely will stay firm," said Nate Ratner of SeatGeek. "It is still early in the season and a rivalry game. The Vikings won the NFC North 2 years ago. 3 of the 5 most in-demand Vikings home games in recent years were against the Packers. Sunday is also the most in-demand Vikings home game this season by a long shot," Ratner said. "The average resale price is nearly double that of the next hottest ticket." At SeatGeek, the average resale price of all seats for the Packers is $318 versus $167 the next week for the Baltimore Ravens. Prices for the New Orleans game at Lambeau Field on October 22 remain among the highest of the season. It will be the first of only 3 noon games at Lambeau Field this year, assuming the NFL doesn't flex one of them to a later time against a potentially exciting opponent. It is the only game remaining this year with an average lowest get-in price above $200. Even the standing room-only seats on the secondary market sites on Monday started at $200. People love to go to Lambeau on Sunday in the fall. "It's an NFC opponent, and the Saints are showing some life this year," said Dennis Garrity of Event USA in Ashwaubenon. The Monday night football game against Detroit on November 6 remains the bargain of the year. The Lions remain likely to be the Packers' biggest stumbling block to repeating as NFC North champions, setting up the season-ending game in Detroit as a possible division title match. But that game is the final gold package offering of the year, which means season ticket holders primarily are from Milwaukee and southeastern Wisconsin. For them, a Monday night game is not particularly attractive. The average lowest get-in price for November 6 is $141, but tickets were available for as low as $120 for seats and $95 for standing room only. Those road tickets were limited. The Packers play the Bears at noon November 12 in Chicago. That game comes in at $178 average lowest get-in price. The Packers beat the Bears handily at Lambeau Field on September 28, but Chicago will start its newest franchise quarterback Mitch Trubisky against the Vikings on Monday. Fans were pushing for that after Mike Glennon failed as the starter over 4 games. If Trubisky is the quarterback of the future, Bears fans could be energized and ticket prices could rise. If he's just another rookie, they could fall. Stay tuned. Ticket prices at a glance. We surveyed tickets at 7 secondary market websites, including Event USA, NFL Ticket Exchange, SeatGeek, StubHub, Ticketek, Titletown Tickets and Tours and Vivid Seats. The following is a summary of the 7 sites. Packers at Minnesota, noon October 15. Lowest throw, range, NA. Average lowest seat, $193. Range of lowest seat prices, $156 $250. New Orleans at Lambeau Field, noon October 22. Lowest throw, range, $200 $286. Average lowest seat, $245. Range of lowest seat prices, $213 $325. Detroit at Lambeau Field, 7:30 p.m., November 6. Lowest throw, range, $95 $174. Average lowest seat, $164. Range of lowest seat prices, $120 $300. Packers at Chicago, noon, November 12. Lowest throw, range, $110 $127. Average lowest seat, $178. Range of lowest seat prices, $139 $235.